Hi, I'm Mans.
And I'm Monica, and this is
Bras Off, Walls Down, the podcast where we give you unfiltered stories, expert advice, and absolutely zero BS.
From relationships and careers to mental health and hormones, and all the stuff we're not supposed to talk about, nothing's off limits.
So take your bra off, get comfy, lay your walls down, and let's get into it. All right, welcome. Our first episode.
I'm excited.
And I'd love to say we've been talking about this together for like weeks and months, but we haven't.
It's like a 12-day-old conversation.
Yeah. Individually, something we wanted to do for a long time.
For months I wanted to do it. Years.
Same.
Yeah, years.
Years.
Yeah.
But something we only decided to do together.
Very recently.
So welcome. We hope you love the podcast. We, as I said, 12 days now?
Yeah, I think it's actually, I think I just pulled that number out of my ass just then, but I'm pretty sure it's like
Let's roll with it.
about 12 days.
It's under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are. And we really want this to be a community podcast. So it's not just going to be us talking the whole time.
Yeah,
we will have guests on, and we have so much coming for you that we're really excited to share with you. But to start us off today, I'd like to ask you, what is the most embarrassing or funniest thing that's happened to you recently?
Things happen on the daily, to be honest. I think I'm just embarrassing.
Just embarrassing full time.
Just full time. Every time a camera is on me, something embarrassing happens. I think that's definitely one. Anytime someone's filming that like I will do something awkward and embarrassing. I got nothing right now.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I am scarred by some of the things that have happened to me.
I think when we talk like past, there's some things. But like one thing comes to mind, but this is a while ago now. Like this was like probably like a year ago.
Okay, well, so the mine that I was going to share was about that long ago. Actually, mine's longer. But you know when you're so traumatized by it, but you'll just be lying in bed about to go to sleep at night and all of a sudden pop into your head. And then you're awake for half an hour and you're like traumatized again. You can feel the embarrassment and it's like being there. This for me is like one of my major ones. So even if it's like...
Yeah, okay.
Tell me. Share it with us.
Okay, now another one's come up. The first one that traumatizes me and scars me was probably like, I'm telling like 5 years ago, but it still haunts me and I still tell the story. And it was spitting on my personal trainer.
One of those ones where you ignore it? Like
No, we had to address it. So I think it was like 6 years ago now. So when I first started my journey in the gym and I got a personal trainer, I was like 15, 16 and I was doing an exercise and it was really, really hard and I was struggling and I must have pulled a face. I think I was doing like a tricep push and I went and I pulled a face and he was standing and this like
it was a male.
It wasn't like a little, it was like a drooled on him. And I didn't even stop the exercise. I was still holding it and I just looked at him like, and he was like, it's fine. It happens all the time. And I was like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Yeah, how often do you get spat on?
It's very nice of him to say that.
Yeah, that didn't comfort me at all. I just spat on you. And that actually haunts me. Anytime I do that exercise.
Oh, yeah, that would.
Yeah, or someone talks to me about like having a PT for the first time or like when they're younger in the gym. Like that is just a core memory. Like inside out when they get the little.
Yeah.
And they put it there and embarrassment is like, like that was,
Yeah, mine's the same. It's not recent, but traumatized. And I was at work.
We use the word traumatized lightly.
Trauma. And we were at work, and I used to work in a dealership. And this was probably a good 5 years ago now. So it wasn't when the current DP was there. It was another one. And for non-dealership land people, dealer principal. Yeah, I forget that sometimes when you shorten things.
Like, DP, cool.
This old dealership was like glass rabbit run. There were just paths and things everywhere. And I was in like a little glass office. And the few girls that were actually working the dealership were really close. And we used to like pep each other up during the day. So if I saw someone walk by, I'd give them a wink or a wave or yell out, or quite often I would do a kiss, like that.
Yeah.
and I was at my desk and I could see a shadow coming along the hallway walking towards the toilets in front of my like glass wall. And before I even looked up, I like, you know, put my lips out as if I was going to blow a kiss. And I put my head up and like did the first part of the kiss, and the dealer principal was walking by and just happened to make eye contact with me as I look up. And for anyone that can't see this, but I look up and go, and then realize who it is. It's not a female. It's like my dealer principal, the last person I want to be blowing fucking kisses to. So then I do this weird like lip stretch movie thing to make it look like I was just about to do something, like just stretching my lips, like, you know, like
stretching my lips. Just coming out of your concentration face, just stretching my. Oh God. Couldn't even turn it into a yawn or anything.
No. So I just literally pretended I was stretching my lips and sort of then just sort of move my body as well and sort of just, but it was to
turned it into a whole thing.
I am traumatized. I just can't let it go. Yeah. I'll be driving. I'll be, you know, as I said, trying to go to sleep, and there it is in my mind. This weird, awkward kiss.
Oh no!
I don't know what was more awkward, the fact that I tried like to do the air kiss to him, or the weird mouth.
I think the recovery from that sounds worse than what actually happened. I think if you had just gone, it would have been over. Like, you're moving out of it within like 0.2 seconds, I'd imagine. And then
I'm just such an expressive person that it just wasn't like a. It was like a.
Oh, you know, that reminds me, I get caught doing stuff like that quite often, actually, because I am very expressive on my face when I'm doing things, like, especially at work, like if I'm on my laptop working, like I'll be like pulling faces and doing all sorts of things. And the amount of times that I catch eye contact with someone as I'm like, look down, like it happens way too often.
So what we're saying is we're awkward.
Oh, 100%.
That's why we probably get along so well, though.
Yeah.
Matching.
Because we're not looking at each other going, oh, she's awkward. We're like, oh,
awkward
comforting. That makes me feel good. Well, getting to know each other, that is kind of what we want to talk about next, is why we started this.
Yeah, why we're here.
As well as little backstory as to how we met.
Yeah.
And the connection.
The connection. Do you want to share the backstory?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. From my view, because I know that you had your little backstory that kind of brought us to this moment. Like, you kind of connected all the dots of everything that happened, and I think mine's the same. So I was starting at a new gym, and it came kind of out of the blue. It was very like a quick decision that I made where I was like, yep, done, I'm moving. It just feels right. It feels good. And the first time I met the team was we're doing intro videos, like filming for Instagram and stuff. And you were there. And instantly I would just remember like feeling comforted by your presence.
Oh, that's not usually what I get told. That's
oh, really? I get told usually it was a bitch. No, I just remember like you were like, I'm very observant and I watch everybody from like body language to just like everything about someone's presence. I analyze and I watch everyone in a room and I pick up on energy and vibes straight away. And the vibe I got from you was like endearing. Like it was like you were paying lots of attention to everyone individually. And then when you were paying attention to me and asking me questions and stuff, I was like, oh, at first it was like, oh, she's just being nice, you know? And then I was like, oh, no, she's actually like interested. And then you sat on the floor. You got comfortable on the floor and that's when I was like done with, that's good. Yep, she's a floor girl, just like me. Because I was like kneeling down, getting something out of my bag. I remember every detail.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't even remember.
It was love at first sight. I remember all the details. But like you sat down on the floor and I like kind of from my bag sort of went, yeah, we're sitting. I'm squatting now, I'm sitting. Yeah, we just kind of bounced off each other.
Yeah.
And then when I was filming, I was getting really nervous with Maddie with the camera and he was like trying to like comfort me, like do this. And you walked over and you were like, sorry, I'm going to go. And I was like, no, stay. And you stayed and I got the video done. It was like that.
God, lucky charm.
And I was like, yeah, you need to stay here now. Don't go anywhere. But then, yeah, we just kept getting drawn to each other.
Yeah.
Through little, like just around the gym, even though we were both busy.
Yeah.
I always remember like bumping into you and doing like a check-in, like, are you okay? Like, how are you going? Like, everything all good? And you're like, yeah, what about you? We're like, yeah, good. Off we go. Yeah. That's kind of my recollection of how we met.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously I'm not at World Gym anymore. You are still a PT there at World Gym. But I do social media management. And that's how we stayed friends over Instagram, but that's how we reconnected.
Yes.
And when I was interviewing Monica for her media management and trying to get a backstory on where she is, where she wants to go and all this, one of the questions I asked you was, what else do you want to do? And you were like, oh, I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about it. And I listed off a few things. I put podcast in there.
Yeah,
I don't know if
you said featured on a podcast.
Yeah. And then the conversation snowballed very quickly. We were both sort of throwing out this podcast when we both realized we were interested in it. And then, it sort of snowballed from there. That was on a Friday.
Yep.
By Tuesday, we were having our first podcasting meeting.
Yeah, we just did it. I remember, like, in our conversation, we had thrown it in so much that we were both kind of like, are you actually serious? Like, are we doing this? And we're both like, yeah, I'm in if you're in.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. And I think our whole purpose has been the same with this podcast. We really wanted it to be a community focused. Yes, we're giving you a good intro to us and everything like that.
Of course.
It's really, we really want to bring to light the things that we want to hear about, the things that make us feel normal, the things all of us women are going through. And we really want to, we've got experts lined up and we've got community members, just everyday people, just like you,
everyday
me,
women that we know.
Everyone listening right now, because everyone's got a story to share, and hearing other people's stories makes you feel a little bit more normal, a little bit less alone.
Yeah.
And
we want something that's actually relatable. Like, there's a lot of relatable stuff out there, but it's not quite hitting the spot of like, that makes me feel normal again.
Yeah.
I say that with quotation marks. I'm excited to hear and get to know and learn about other people and give them a voice and a platform to...
It's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Give other people a voice.
Yeah. We can hear their stories, but then we can also share ours and...
Yeah. Just so you're not listening to our voices the entire time.
I mean, unless you enjoy that. That's fine. We could talk forever.
Oh, yeah, we could.
I could sell water to a fish.
Which brings me to things that we don't talk about. I would love for you to share with us something... She's already giggling because she knows what the question is. Share with us something that we don't talk about.
So this is a hard one because I will talk about anything and everything. I'm not just an open book. I'm an open, very detailed, descriptive book.
Yes, but that's just you, and everyone listening is not going to be in the same boat. So I know where you're going with this. Spit it out.
So I was thinking about the answer to this question, and I turned to my partner and I said, "Is there something that you could think of that I don't talk about, or what?" And he said, "Well, you talk about everything." And then we both came to the conclusion that one thing I don't talk about is...
It's obviously a good one.
How often do we actually pick our nose?
Oh, God. Okay, so if you're wondering where we're going with this podcast, this is it. This is where we're headed. We've got there straight away. We told you.
We're talking about things
that other people don't talk about. So clearly today we're talking about how often people pick it.
I'm just going to get it off my chest.
Monica's crying.
A lot.
It's a lot. Oh, God. And I'm actually not a nose picker. So, but I think that's because my nails, I'd pick my brain out.
They would be great. They would be great.
You can't borrow them.
Can I use them, please? I feel like they'd be really good tools. No, actually, when I have nails on, I don't.
No?
No, I don't. I don't know if it's because I don't. I'm not going to get in there and like...
You know what they're all picturing now.
Scooping. No! No, it's not that. The visuals are more like intense than what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not even going to try to explain it.
Okay, well, the thing that I want to talk about that women don't, and we all absolutely should, because the women that I have brought this up with, everyone's gone, oh, thank God it's not just me, is peeing when you throw up. Peeing when you
Yeah. Mm-hmm. While I was pregnant.
Right. Mine has been since afterwards, after having baby, but I know women that have done it before they've even had kids.
Okay.
Young, like late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
So it's obviously something pelvic floor related.
Oh, I was going to say that 100%. Yeah. I don't think it probably shouldn't happen, but it does.
And I have told 0 males about this.
Yeah.
Except my fiance.
Yeah.
And we've been together nearly 4 years now. And in the first month, and I don't know what made me bring it up. Like, who in their first month, this is not even something we talk about with other women, like, because it's embarrassing, right? Peeing yourself, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Should it be?
Yeah, but it does feel embarrassing, yeah.
And in the first month of a relationship, I brought it up. And thank God I did, because we had a housewarming party and I had not eaten all day. I'd been so sick throughout the day from endometriosis pain and just been taking strong painkillers. Then started drinking. Idiot.
Oh, good combination.
Yeah, great combination. And I was a write-off, an absolute write-off. Don't remember most of the night. Woke up in the morning when I went to had a bathroom, have a shower, everything like that. I was like, I didn't have these knickers on yesterday. And then I literally said to Hayden, I was like, did it happen? Did I pee when I vomited? He was like, yes, you did. And I was like, thank God I prepped him about this. Would have been like, who is this woman? Imagine being with a girl 1 month and then that happens. And I know this is something that happens to all of us, but we don't talk about these things as if they're like not normal. So that's mine.
Yeah.
From now on, I'm going to open all new conversations with people with that.
I wee myself when I vomit.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Great icebreaker.
Before the introduction of who you are. That's what they're going to get. Mine was really bad when I was pregnant. Like, I threw up pretty much like my whole pregnancy. I was so ill the entire time. But very early on, I realized that every time I threw up, I was going to wee myself. So I would prep myself with towels and get myself ready to vomit.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that it was coming. So I'd go to the bathroom, I'd get my little towels, self up, and I'd be like, here we go.
At that point, you just get in the shower, right?
Well, yes, but then I did that once, and I said it to Dylan. He was like, you vomited in the shower? And I was like, yeah, I weed in the shower also. Yeah. So you're worried about the vomit? Like,
yeah, I guess it depends on your drain.
Yeah. And I'm like, it was terrible. It was a really gross old house. So I'm probably drains. But after that, I didn't, because Dylan gave me the judgy face. So I was like, I'm in the shower. Let's just pee on a towel on the floor. Like a dog. Set myself up.
Oh, gosh. Well, all the things about being a woman, hey? Yeah. Which I guess takes us into our main conversation.
Yeah.
Today, we wanted to, as an intro to the actual podcast, we wanted to do something a little bit fun. Like, we're going to have episodes which are going to make you laugh. Some are going to make you cry. Some will probably make you maybe dislike us. We're probably going to be quite opinionated on things.
Oh, I've got big opinions.
That's what we're here for. But today's is going to be... We're going to
keep it lighthearted as much as we can, so we don't go straight into the harsh, deep feels of things.
And today's topic is, why are we like this?
Yeah.
As women. The things we do. Why do we do this?
Yeah. And some of them I don't think we have answers really for. Some of them are just like, why do we do this? And it's just, we're just going to put it out there. If you've got an answer.
Yeah, let us know.
An answer,
Yeah, send us through. Send us a message. Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just things that we've come up with and been like, we've thought to ourselves, why are we like this? And then gone from there.
And a couple of them I Googled and went, we're not alone. And that's why I think we wanted to have this as an open conversation as well, to make any, if this is something you do and in your brain you're like, why am I like this? This is so frustrating. I can see myself doing it. Why am I like this?
Yeah.
You're at least not alone.
Yeah.
There's, many, many other people out there going through the same thing as well.
Yeah. And as we'll talk about later, my Googling showed me that as well. So that we're not alone. There's a whole list of things that comes up. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first with this one?
I'll go. I've got one ready.
Yeah.
So mine is the I'm fine lie.
Yeah.
So
we've all done it.
We've all done it, right? And it's something I've been really conscious of with my fiance now and in our relationship now. But in past relationships, I haven't.
Yeah.
But you can feel yourself doing it.
Yeah.
So you sit there and you're clearly in a bad mood. You're clearly not fine. But they'll ask you, are you okay? And you say, I'm fine. And you will do that 4 or 5 times until they just stop asking. And sometimes you can feel yourself getting close.
Yeah.
But why do we do it? Why, instead of just like, and my habit now is to sit there and try and pull myself up on it and be like, well, no, I'm angry because I think we expect them to know why we're not fine.
Yeah.
And guys are so black and white.
You need
and
to
they
say,
don't see everything the same way we do. So I think you just need to be straight out.
Yeah.
But why do so many of us still insist? Like, and I still do it. You know, I'm not perfect.
Have you come up with any whys that you might like do it? Why you do it? Do you like know?
I think for me it's like, no. Now, see, I've got what in my head. I've got what Google says, which is why it sounded like I had an answer.
Not Marcus.
No,
Marcus didn't tell you.
We ChatGPT's been our good friend lately.
Yeah, his name's Marcus.
Monica is named him Marcus.
Which I say we, but I did.
Is another M. So we've got Mans, Monica, and Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus will have to be on the podcast soon if you want to guess.
I need to get him a voice.
But this is what Google says, okay? Women often say, I'm fine, when they are not, because it can be a way to avoid conflict, minimize their feelings, or feel like they shouldn't burden others with their problems, often stemming from societal expectations of being strong and not expressing negative emotions openly. This can be further influenced by past experiences where expressing feelings might not have been encouraged or validated.
Came to my head, yeah. Not feeling like you have been able to do that in the past, which the fact that you've noticed that now, because I'm the same with Dylan, I notice it now that that's what I used to do, and now I do everything I can to not do that. So that, because now if you're with someone that can actually allow you and give you the safe space to do that, now you don't have to. You don't really have to say, oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You can just, but it takes a lot to get out of that habit.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I look back at some of my times that I've done in the past, and it would have been multiple, I think I do it because I'm stubborn as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you should know what's wrong with me.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah.
I'm fine, but I'm just being stubborn. I just feel like clearly if I'm upset, something that you've done.
It happens like that when the what's up or what's wrong or are you okay comes at a stupid time. And I'm like, you ask me a stupid question, I'm going to give you a stupid answer. I'm fine. Never mind what happened 30 seconds ago, but I'm fine. It definitely does come from feeling like they need to guess.
Yeah.
Or they should just know.
You should just know. You should know me well enough to know.
Yeah.
By now. If you've forgotten something, you should know I'm going to get upset.
Yeah. But I think that's something that I've heard so many women talk about. That's just something we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I've got a couple more, but do you want to share one?
No, I want you to share a few more because I kind of, obviously I knew the question was coming, so I've done a bit of, I kind of went off on a tangent.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Like our normal conversations do?
Yeah. I'll get you to share another one and then I'll share mine.
Okay. My other one, and because literally this happened to me this morning when I was coming here. I was already having a meltdown, which we'll get into later. Yeah. But the outfit crisis.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine for 2 weeks. You'll love everything in your wardrobe. You're feeling great. You're having fun. You're planning things. And then just one day you're stood in front of your wardrobe, and it's usually when you're running late.
Yep.
Your partner's in the car honking his horn.
Or when you've planned an outfit and you felt good about it for that 2 weeks. And then, you're running late.
And it's generally, and I'm putting this in quotations for anyone that's, not watching us right now, but when you're having a fat day, or you've got more water retention.
Bad body days.
Bad body day. Where just things don't sit right, they don't look right. I like to think it's my washing machine on those days. It's definitely not me. Why? It has to be something to do with stress or something to trigger that off.
I have a theory to this because it's something that I tried to hack. So I got really sick of this happening, and I started to do my little research and looked into your style, your aesthetic, your colors, your fashion, your comfort. You've got all of these actual criteria that you need to go through to find your outfits and your wardrobe. And so when you go shopping, you'll pick 3 colors that suit you, that bring out the good features in you. You'll like pick a bunch of styles, like shaped jeans, certain tops, all of that. You'll pick them and then you'll only shop within that category. I went like a year of looking really cute.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but yeah. It kind of went to shit after that. I would love to do it again. But that was like a little hack and like a why we do that. It's because we just keep buying things that don't look good on us, don't make us feel good, like an event outfit. Like we just buy the one that we know we're never going to wear again. And then our wardrobe just ends up full of things that just
that makes sense.
We don't wear.
Yeah.
It's very long-winded why.
Yeah. For me, especially if I'm having an endo flare-up day and I've got a little pregnant tummy on me and then nothing does happen, because I hate pants anyway.
Yeah.
The only pants you'll see me in are like exercise pants. But my theory, and I haven't tried this is just what I sort of, as I was like blurting all this out before this episode, I thought this might work, right? Because we all have that. And if we don't, we should all get one.
Yeah.
But that trusty outfit or dress, I think mine will be a dress.
Mine's a dress, yeah.
That is your emergency outfit, right? So it has to be
I knew where you were going with that. I was like, yeah, dress.
It has to be something that can be either dressed up or dressed down.
Yep.
Something that you can throw a cute jacket over if it's winter, so it can be seasonal.
Yep.
A really just white or black basic colour.
Yep.
So it's not, it's not some print that just you can't wear in winter because it's floral or something like this.
Yeah.
And it can be worn with sneakers or heels, as I said, dressed up, dressed down, and it's just the emergency dress. And I'm guessing it's probably going to have to be something, the style that you would wear, when you're going somewhere really good for dinner and you're going to eat a lot, so you prepare yourself by wearing something that's got a bit more room, so it's not tight over. I have a feeling it should be like that. Not like Homer Simpson moo sort of style.
Yeah, no.
But like...
That's your style.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That is fucking comfortable. I'm just picturing that episode now.
Yeah, same.
But yes, I think that might be my hack. My thing. I have to find that emergency. And for me, it'll be a dress.
I've got
that you can just fall back to when all else fails and you've got every fucking piece of clothing you own is on the floor. You're sweating your makeup off. You're about to cry. Someone's in the car out the front honking because it's time to go. I have a little bit of trauma here. This may have happened to me
This sounds very specific, yeah. I have one of those outfits, but the funny thing with me is that in situations like that, I'm going to reach for comfort over style, and my go-to emergency dresses are bodycon.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not...
Body hugging.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like, they're just so comfortable that I actually, like, and you have room to bloat after a big meal. Yeah. There's room there. But I actually don't care if you see it at that point because I'm like, I'd rather that because it looks, you can dress it up, dress it down. It looks good. It looks intentional. I'd rather that than something that I may question. Like, it's just one of those things that I don't question. Wow. I could find another style dress, but I don't know. I've always been bodycon long. It's like a longer one. Yeah. That, I can wear sneakers with, I can wear. So I've got that emergency outfit, but it is like...
You're already there. So girls, we have some catching up to do. I want to know, does anyone else have their emergency outfit?
Yeah.
I want to see what it is. What is your emergency outfit? And if you don't have one, are you going to implement one now?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see people tagging us in their emergency outfits.
Because if you are feeling bad body day, you can put something over it. You can, like, I remember always putting like a jacket or like a throw over or something over my bodycon. Or I would get my purse and I just have my purse like with me. It's like a
I'd have to strap mine around my endo belly to hide it.
I've got my PCOS inflammation. It's terrible.
Bum bag around the front.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one more.
Yeah.
And then we can go on to yours.
Okay.
So I've actually got two, but I'm just going to do one.
Okay.
Saving things for special occasions.
Is this outfits again?
Everything. From perfume to foundation to outfits. And actually, when I started dating Hayden like 4 years ago, I tried to throw this out the window. I think I've gone back into sort of similar things now.
Yeah.
But I remember one Sunday I was walking around the house and I had this, actually I wore it the other day in my stories. It's like a long, almost bodycon, but not quite, like knitted style, like halter neck dress thing.
I remember that story.
Yeah. It's like tan and white. Yeah. Yes. By the time you hear this, that story will be well gone. But you'll probably see it again. But I had that on because goes quite nicely over my bump, my endo bump.
Yeah.
And
intentional.
I had it on around the house on a Sunday, and I actually put heels on it because we were going to go to Carousel and go to shops. Can't remember what for now, forever ago. And Jensen at the time would have been 10. He was so used to seeing me in shitty clothes on a Sunday because comfy, not going anywhere around the house. He actually like pulled me up on why I was wearing that dress as a 10-year-old. Like, why? And I was like, oh my God, it's got to that point where like if I actually wear one of my nice things, people notice as if it's like I'm dressed up. It's not even a dressy dress. And so that it was then that I was like, no. And like if you see me now, like sometimes like I'll have my giant wedges on and stuff like that, and like I just don't care. Like if I say cute. Special,
every time I see you, you have a cute outfit on. Even right now, you've got the little shoes, and I'm here in socks.
Oh yeah, I got my Barbie sneakers on.
Like you've got that energy of I don't care. Like I'm gonna wear this. I'm comfortable. You look comfortable no matter what you're wearing, which is a good thing.
Like, I'm not always comfortable though.
Yeah, you might not feel it. No, we're not always comfortable, but
yes, but there's so many things like, especially like perfumes, right? Especially, and I've just stopped myself doing this in the last couple of weeks. Hayden bought me a perfume, and it's the first time I've had like an expensive perfume in quite a long time. Like I've been using a Kim Kardashian like $29 one that they don't make anymore, and I'm devastated. It was like my, your handbag perfume.
Yeah, the one you took with you everywhere.
I just lived in that one and saved the other one for special occasions, and then I was like, fuck. My special occasions is once every 6 months.
Yeah, just
perfume's
use it.
Going to be gone and smelling horrible by the time I get to the end. But do you have things that you save for special occasions?
I'm like the complete opposite on this one.
Yeah,
I'm a throwawayer. I'm probably to the other extreme where I don't keep anything, and I should keep more things for special occasions. And my mum pulls me up on this quite often. She will usually take what I'm throwing away and store it because she knows that a special occasion will come along. And I'm like, that outfit that I threw away. And mum's like, here it is. Because I don't keep anything. I don't, if a perfume is like towards its end, it's gone. If an outfit I know that I don't wear, I haven't worn it for like 6 months, it goes. Like I will throw things out. Sometimes I regret it. I definitely do regret it. But my best friend and I, we vouched recently to do like similar to what you were saying. Just fuck it, just wear it.
Just wear it.
Where when we're going to events, we both love to dress up. Mm-hmm. And to us, it's not dressing up though. We love to just look good, feel good, hair's done, makeup's done, cute outfits, coordinated, looks good. So now when we go to events, we pull out those outfits, those dresses, that top, those jeans, and we pull them out and we wear them. And we'll usually call each other, FaceTime each other and be like, is this too much for like this event?
No.
And then we'll call each other out and be like, no. If it's not appropriate, pull each other out. But most of the time we pull each other up and we're like, no, fuck it, just wear it. Like there's no such thing as a special occasion for you to feel good. Like, if you want to look good, feel good, wear that outfit, just wear it. There's no such thing as too much.
I agree.
Yeah.
To it. Yeah. So I think that's us giving you permission to just everyone listening to stop saving things that you love for that special occasion.
Yeah, because then you just end up with a collection of things you've never worn, never done,
and you keep
never
looking
used.
at it and going, oh, I can't wait to wear that dress. I've got a dress I haven't worn. I'm going to wear it for the next podcast.
Yeah?
It's way over the top, but I'm going to wear it.
If you're going to, then I'm going to. I've got a couple there. I've got some ball gowns.
Like still bras off.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, I don't need a bra for my one.
We don't. In case you haven't noticed, we don't like bras. Bras aren't comfortable.
I hate them. I think I own one, and I had to buy it. So,
all right, let me know yours. What have you got to share with us?
Mine is creating entire scenarios in our heads and out loud, like it's a Netflix series. Like most of the time mine will be confrontation. So I'll be like in the shower and from beginning to end, I will play out an entire scenario.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one that does this. Like, so for me, like, putting an example, like what I would do, like, so if, I don't know, say you were trying to ask for a raise at work, or, you know, someone's done something and you're trying to stand up for yourself. So when you for me, especially when I'm driving.
Driving and shower are my two places for Netflix scenarios.
I love that it's called Netflix scenarios. This is great. I've never thought of it that way. I just use it. And because sometimes, I don't know about you, but you're not actually ever going to get the opportunity. Okay, if you're asking for a raise, maybe. But there's so many situations where you're not going to get an opportunity to say what you need to.
I think that's why we do it. That stems down into my why.
Yeah.
I think it's when we're either trying to work out how to approach it, or when we know we're not going to get the opportunity to do it and we need to kind of work it out and find closure.
Yeah, because
that's when
it sort of gets it off your chest, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It sort of makes you feel a little bit better.
Do you go through like different scenarios of the same scenario? Like different outcomes? Different, like, you know when those Netflix series, you choose your own adventure. I've done that.
No, I don't do that. I think do it the way I want it.
And then I'll bring it right back to the beginning. And then I go again. And then I'm like, no, I could have improved it there. Let's start again.
Oh, I will do it over and over.
Yeah.
But I've never tried Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah,
I haven't read one of those books in years.
Yeah, no.
You don't read at all, so I figured out.
Yeah, I should point
I'm looking at her bookshelf now.
There's 6 books there.
One of them's on plants. It doesn't.
That's all my dead plants.
She's not read it.
How to keep indoor plants alive, and above the book are 4 plants that are like,
You can't. Oh, wow, it's almost a plant.
A succulent? What?
No, there is another one down there.
That's my longest living baby. That was my first ever plant when I moved out of home. It's still alive. It killed the rest that were in the pot. No, there were other ones. They were other breeds. This one just took over. But yeah, that was the one that I came up with, and then I kind of steered off and started going off onto a tangent. And I asked Google and Marcus, ChatGPT, I went between both, like, what are some of these things that women do and why do they do them? Like, I just want suggestions almost.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that came up was like very stereotypical cliche. And it's obviously because it's something that a lot of us experience. But I've noticed like one common denominator, and that was it all like makes women appear like they are overthinking and people pleasing. It's always us questioning ourselves. And I think even us going like, you know, why are we like this? And we list off these things. It's us like, just cause there's no answer. It's just, we are the way we are. But it makes us appear like we're overthinking. And it was just the one common denominator was that we're overthinkers. We're questioning ourselves. We're people pleasers, things like that. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. I think as well that especially the you know, when you said a few of those, the people pleasing thing, that for me, I think as women is huge. Like obviously there's going to be like people that are more inclined to be a people pleaser than others, and they will do it more often. But I think it's actually something that's like inbred in us.
Yeah, I think that's where I was
when you go back
thinking with it,
to, you know, like if you go back to a 50s housewife, right? And I no shame here, I'd be quite happy to be a 50s housewife and just take care of the house and go to the salon and have a drink ready for my husband when he comes home.
Yeah.
He knows this too, it's no secret. But when you think, okay, we make light of the situation, but obviously women obviously weren't happy in that sort of situation because they worked hard to have a career and be able to do everything, which now it fucking sucks because we didn't swap one for the other. We've now just got both.
Yeah, now we've just taken on all the roles.
We've got the career and we're expected to earn an income, plus we're expected to do everything at home. And that's nothing against our males. Like my you know, Hayden hasn't gone, you have to do this, 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 and this.
Yeah, no, we do it by choice. But
we do it by choice because we're nurturers. Yeah. And I think that's something that's like, as I said, like it's bred into us that women, we need to please, and not just our partners, but everyone. You know, you're constantly, as the woman of the house, you're usually, and that doesn't mean, you know, you don't have to have a partner, whether it be that male or female or gecko or whatever you want. It doesn't matter if you've got kids, no kids, pets. You are always trying to make whoever you're with happy. Yeah. Watch yourself. You do it. It doesn't matter. Whereas the male generally is quite happy just being content who he is.
Yeah.
He'll come home if he's in a bad mood.
That's what I think. Yeah, so many thoughts came into my mind with just this topic in general where, I was like, are men doing this? Like, do they overthink like this? Do they have this big, long list? Because I think I was just overwhelmed by what Google and ChatGPT was giving me. The list just went on.
He's
like,
male for sure.
100%. That just, my mind went off anything specific that I could even think of, and it just went on to, hang on, there's so many things on here that women just do. Yeah, that's fine. But why are we overthinking this? Why are we questioning why we do it? Why? Like, these are just things some of us do.
She said she was having a brain exploded moment.
I was.
From the topic of the thing to why is the topic?
Why is this the topic?
Why is this even a topic?
Yes.
Which, brings us round to, why we were talking about these things, you know. And at the end of the day, as we said with the podcast, we want to make you feel normal and seen, and that you're not alone in all these things. And I guess encourage you to not care if you are overthinking or you're a people pleaser or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with you. We're all normal. Everything is normal. Stop saving your good stuff for the special occasions. I want to see someone going around shopping in like a ball gown or something. I need to see it. I need to be tagged in these photos. I need to see your emergency outfits.
I need to know if you pick your nose.
Monica needs to know if you pick your nose too, especially because I let her down on that one. My acrylic nails don't let me. But Monica would like to know if you're a nose picker and how often you pick your nose.
With a tissue, always. I have to say, obviously, yeah. With a tissue. Trying to flick it in places, please.
Or if you're a teenage boy, wipe it on the walls. That's always a nice one as a mum to find. Yeah, you're lucky you're a girl. Yeah. Other boy mums.
Oh, God, yeah. I bet they can relate to that one.
Yeah. And then, it's okay if you pee while you vomit. We all do it.
Yeah. But all of these things they're all normal.
They're all normal, yeah.
Don't feel like you have to question it or feel shame for it. And if you want to share any of these, like if something's come to your mind and you're like, I need to share this, I need to get this off my chest, please reach out and let us know. Make us feel like maybe we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
Yes, because we're trying to reassure you. Reassure us, please.
Yes. If you've got something that we're not supposed to talk about, please send us a message because we will absolutely talk about it.
Yeah, 100%. And on our next conversation that we're going to have next time, we'll have an expert on.
Yes.
Someone very special. We're very excited.
Yes.
So
should we give a hint about the topic?
Yeah.
Go on. What's your hint?
We're pretty much just saying it.
Go on then.
Food. Something about food.
Not from a chef though, but
you never know.
Well, maybe
it could have been. just taking one out of the guess now. But no, it's going to have something to do around food.
Food, yes. We do have an expert.
Yeah, we have an expert with us that we're going to be.
So if you
have questions, things you want to know more about, I'd say more of the realm of like nutrition. So yeah. Let us know and we can hit her up with some questions.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us on our first ever episode.
That was just us talking.
It was, yes. And that's a short conversation for us.
That's very short. We've cut it. Had to cut it short so we don't keep going.
Yes.
Right now we're going to keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to you and we're going to keep going.
We're like trying to say goodbye to your grandmother. I love you. Oh, and
all right, guys.
On
we'll see you next time. Bye. If you loved this episode, don't forget to hit follow or subscribe so you never miss a chat.
And we love seeing where you're listening. Tag us in your stories at Bras Off Walls Down and let us know your favourite takeaway.
Got a question or a topic you want us to cover? Slide into our DMs. We love hearing from you.
See you next time.